No, not at all. So I don't care who the fuck you think you are on the outside, inside your mind, sweetheart. She goes, step one is you admit that you're powerless and that your life has become unmanageable. And as soon as she said that, I remember sitting in that circle of people, and they were all telling me, you should go. And I said, yeah, I promise I'll never do it again. I'll never do it again. And I ran into my room, and I shut the bathroom door, and I looked up at the mirror and at my face, man. I hadn't looked at my face in so long. I swear to God, it was like green. And my teeth, man, I hadn't brushed them in. Fuck. It's weird. Like, hygiene went out the window, man. Sure, I smelled like gasoline, you know, or cat piss or some shit like that. Anybody ever done meth? It smells like cat piss. Good shit, man. Some cat piss. Fuck. Anyway, I looked at her and I said, yes, ma'am, my life is pretty powerless and unmanageable. Fuck. Yeah, I guess I'm at the right place. She goes, well, step two is you got to find yourself a higher power. And I go, oh, fuck, this is where Jesus comes riding his Harley down. She's like, why are you so afraid of Jesus? I said, I ain't afraid of Jesus. You should be afraid of me. What the fuck is that kind of comment, right? Right? You're a fucking dumbass. She said, you're going to be here for 75 days, and you're going to have to find some sort of higher power in order to do this the right way. Because if you don't find a higher power, I don't think you're going to stay sober. And something told me that you have a little baby on the way. And I said, yes, ma'am. We're going to have a little girl. She goes, well, then you might want to take this whole higher power thing seriously. I said, well, what's a higher power? She goes, it can be anything. Just something besides you. Because it seems like every time you drive your ship around, you ride it straight into a fucking wall. And I'm like, you're a fucking genius. Where the fuck did you know that? You should write the book. You know? She said it can be anything. It just has to be bigger than you, and you have to believe in it. So I went around that campus for the next 60 days looking for this higher power. Fucking walking everywhere saying, hey, you seen higher power? Looking under people's fucking plates and shit. You seen the higher power, this motherfucker? You know, making jokes, and 14-year-olds would come in there a week later, they'd be like, I found the higher power, the higher power. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. You're rooming with me, you sit when you pee, motherfucker. Got in trouble for that one. And teaching other inmates dick art. Like, I got in trouble for teaching people dick art. You know what dick art is? Okay. Anyway, I was drawing maps of dick art and shit. And other people, I'm sorry. You don't want to know what dick art is, man. Anyway, I walked around that place for days, 60 days, and still didn't find this higher power. Then they moved me to what's called a sober living house, halfway house. I'd call it halfway to where you were to halfway to where you want to be, you know? And I'm there with people like lawyers and doctors and pharmacists who all fell down and they just need a little help getting back up. But they teach you things like making your fucking bed. They give you $20 a week between 12 dudes, and you all gotta go to Walmart and fucking make that shit work, right? I tell you, Walmart, the first time I was sober, going in that motherfucker was like, Walmart, what the fuck? My mind was blown. Anyway, we got like free tickets to like these minor league baseball games, and we were all like, woo! You go up in that bitch. We hadn't seen like women in like forever, like 40 days. And we'd sit there and we always wonder why people kept looking at us. You know, why people looking at us? And we look up and it said rehab center. We're like, oh fuck! We're fucking goats here. Anyway, I'm getting off point here. This is hilarious, man. But no cell phones too. I suggest every person in here, just leave your cell phone alone for 75 days. See what happens to you. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't clap like it's some movement and shit. do it if you want. But something amazing happened to me, and then I'll play your songs again. They told me I could play for as long as I fucking want, so I'm gonna show you. Order in the court. I always wanted to do that. I've been to court so many times. Fucking judges. Order! Bitch! I want that hammer, motherfucker! What's it called? A hammer? What's it called? Gavel? Like yo gabble gabble? Motherfucker. Fucking judges. Anyway, I love you judges. So what I'm saying is, where the fuck was I? Higher power. I was there. I moved into this sober living place, and I remember it was coming up on about 70-something days, and I remember thinking to myself, I better find this higher power because I'm about to get out of here and I'm about to have a baby. And the lady told me, you know. So I set my alarm for 5 a.m. I got up, I made my bed, I brushed my teeth, which was the usual thing now. And put on my shirt, tucked it in, went outside, grabbed a Marlboro Light and a cup of coffee because they weren't going to take my cigarettes from me. And I went outside, and it was like 5 in the morning. And I remember going out there and lighting up my cigarette and saying, if you're up there, and you're real, can you help me? Please. Come into my life. Can you give me the password? Someone let me in your club? Can that bush catch on fire now? Nothing. That squirrel will jump from that tree to that tree, stop, do a spin, look at me and dance. Nothing. What the fuck do you have against me? What's going on? I need this. I'm about to have a child. I've lied, I've cheated, I've done horrible things. Why the fuck won't you let me in your club? God. Just give me a second chance. I won't let you down. And as soon as I said that, I hear this bee flying around. I hate bees because they sting and that hurts. So I start swatting that motherfucker away. And I'm looking, and I'm just like, and I don't know if it's ADD or what, but I have a hard time focusing on one thing, if y'all haven't noticed. So far. So I'm thinking at that moment, this fucking bee is here to fuck up my vibe with the Lord Jesus Christ. I'm thinking that to myself, he's about to fuck this whole thing up. And I'm gonna go home, higher powerless. You know? It's funny, higher powerless. Right? So anyway, it gets louder, and I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck's wrong with this? Oh my God, please put this bee away. Please help me figure out how to get in your life, you're in my life, whatever the fuck it is, just come into my life, come into my heart. And I look over and I see this can that I swear to God, it was not there when I first got out there. And on this can it said, bee killer, huge can, white letters. And I see this bee, like dancing around the motherfucking top of this can, like tapping the top of it, looking at me, popping it. Tapping the top of it, popping it, twerking on it. And I look at God and I think to myself, what the fuck is wrong with this bee? He's seen so many of his friends die from that fucking poison, yet he still wants to get inside of there. And all of a sudden, it's that simple. And right at that moment, I don't know what you guys believe, but right in that moment I felt this warmth come over me, and this truth in the world, and everything was locked in together. And it's like a light switch turned on. And I had this like golden backpack of all the answers that I ever needed right then and there. And I still get chills telling this story because it fucking just changed my life right there. And I had found my higher power. I asked God, man, hey, talk to me like a 4-year-old because I fucked up my brain, and he did. That's for me. That's what gives me peace. So I flew back home. A brand new person. Went to the hospital 2 weeks later, and I had my daughter Sadie Bell, right? And the nurse handed me the baby, and I said, "Don't give me the baby because I'll break her." And then I thought to myself, she's never going to have to see me that way, right? So I wrote this for her. All my life, been running from the pain in me, a feeling I don't understand, but it's holding me down. So rain on me, underwater, all I am, getting harder, a heavy weight that I carry around. Oh, today I don't have to fall apart. I don't have to be afraid. I don't have to let the damage consume me, or my shadow slip through me, 'cause fear in itself can reel you in and spit you out over and over again. Believe in yourself and you will walk. Now fear in itself will use you on, break you down like you were never enough. I used to fall, but now I get back up. I'm up here, I'm looking at the way down there, and I'm staring through the I don't care, and staring back at me. But the beauty is, I'm learning how to face my beats. I'm starting now to find some peace and set myself free. Oh, today I don't have to fall apart. I don't have to be afraid. I don't have to let the damage consume me, or my shadow see through me, 'cause fear in itself can reel you in and spit you out over and over again. Believe in yourself and you will walk. And now fear in itself will use you on, break you down like you were never enough. I used to fall, but now I get back up. I'm moving on. Oh God, just move on. Oh, today
ask for